Hey everybody, what's up? This is Devin LaVore coming at ya. And it would be impossible for me to recap what happened to me last night without doing another video on it and redoing the video that I just did. So go watch that video up there. But in light of what happened last night, yesterday was amazing. I tell you what, from the time I woke up early in the morning until the time I went to bed last night, God was just working and moving and accelerating. Not only that, but my wife was prophesying acceleration. And I'm like, this is the Lord. I mean, my wife is really wanting to step into the prophetic thing and just exercise that gift that God's given her. And man, she was on it last night, dude. I mean, she was going. I'm talking NASCAR. Vroom, she was on it. And she just kept saying stuff like acceleration and all that stuff that was heard on that podcast on Patricia King Live yesterday. I posted on my Facebook. I didn't know if you guys saw that, where Lana Vassar and Patricia King and a couple other prophetic voices were just kind of prophesying and saying like what's going on and all that. And honestly, I have to tell you the truth, man. I've said before that I feel like God has brought people into my life to bless me, who are like a part of my team, but I don't necessarily have any physical connection with them. They're not actively in my life, skin to skin. You know what I'm saying? And Lana Vassar is one of them, because out of all the people that were prophesying yesterday, I got diddly from anybody until she started talking, and I'm like, yes! When she started prophesying, man, it just like, woo, it resonated in me so much. And I'm just like, all right. And so I woke up this morning and just kind of still in the after effect of what happened last night. And last night, basically, the Lord was telling me, you know, it's time to give up my sword, right? Give up, and the sword represented my need to feel like I have to fight for my promises and contend for my promises, or keep doing that. It's like God's like, okay, you've already done that. It's good, man. There's no more enemies left. Give me your sword, buddy. And he was very gingerly asking me to, and so I gave it. I was like, fine. I give up the need I feel I have to just fight, man, and to get this thing for me and my family and all that. And I mean, you guys have seen some of the fighting that I've been doing, you know. And so this morning, it was such an amazing, like, God just added more revelation to that, because I felt like the Lord was like, after I gave him my sword last night, I wake up this morning and God's like, time to go back to farming, buddy. And I'm like, okay. And I kind of knew what he meant by that, but he added so much to it. For example, he reminded me right away when he said farming, he reminded me of Amos. And I know Amos has been a prophesied thing, particularly through LORILEI COOLEY, another person I feel like God's definitely brought into my life, into my sphere of whatever, to help me out and to be a kind of an Aaron and her type of thing. And I was reminded of all the Amos 9:13 through 15 thing. I was totally reminded of that, and I was like, okay, but I knew in myself, I was like, Lord, that's going to take some time, you know. And I was going to start working on my nonfiction stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I could really get on those, because nonfiction stuff, that takes a while or that doesn't take as long, not even a tenth as long as a novel or something like that. And so I'm like, yeah, I guess I could start, you know, plowing some of that stuff, you know, start working that blueprint you gave me. But in my heart, I was like, man, I really don't want to, because I feel like it puts me in kind of in the same position that God's been trying to get me out of. I'm like, this is kind of like the season I just came out of. Why are you bringing old stuff back? And then I was like, whatever. I'll do that. I'll be obedient, whatever. And then I get on my Facebook page to just kind of update some of my Facebook fans, and I see my banner for my novels, you know, the before, the between, the after, or the now, after. That's before. And right away, the Lord was like, you need to do that right there. And I tell you what, my heart just lit up, and I was like, yes, I want to do that, you know. Because with the other nonfiction stuff, I just felt like, oh man, that's just going to be tedious work. Just, oh man, I'll do it, but with that, I mean, it just lit me up. I was like, woo! And then I was reminded of what LORILEI Cooley just prophesied in her last prophetic word she got from the Lord about this week. Things were going to start rebuilding, and you were going to start where you left off at. See, this whole journey of mine that I've been on, where I've not been working, I mean, even at home, haven't been homeschooling my kids or anything like that. My kids are super duper smart. Trust me, my 7-year-old was reading by the time he was 2 years old. So he is not behind. So don't go weird on me now. Both my kids are who are supposed to be schooled. They're amazingly intelligent. But LORILEI Cooley said that. She said that things will be happening this week. You start where you left off. And we got pulled away from all these things, from the civilian life, I guess you could say, in the beginning of March. That first week of March, the Lord was like, I'm just pulling you back, man. Like Jesus did with his disciples here. Come away from ministry. Let's go. I want to come minister to you guys. Come, let's just go away for a while. And that's been since the beginning of March. And the Lord was like, you need to do that. And it was like his finger was pointing right at my Facebook banner. And he was excited about it. He's like, I want to finish that novel series, man. And I was like, I do too. I want to do it. And so it was really awesome. And then later on, I felt like the Lord showed me this. And I just didn't see it last night, but he showed it to me this morning of like that scripture that says they will beat their swords into plowshares. And I was like, wow, the Lord's telling me it's time to go back to farming. And then last night he's like, give me your sword. So it just all fit together. And I was like, wow. And not only that, but people have been saying, go for it. Don't wait. Get into it. Go for it. But I know for me, I needed that moment with the Lord last night I feel like that moment with the Lord last night for me was the equal sign. I'm thinking the equal sign is, okay, we're going to cross over. We're going to move to Nashville. We're going to get established in Nashville. And then that'll be my crossing the Jordan. That'll be my equal sign type thing, right? And there may be some truth to that still. But as far as starting my writing again, I know now I'm supposed to do it, Now is the time for me to get back into it. And a lot of people, even a friend of mine, one of my subscribers, you know who you are, sent me an email and had Jojo Dawson's prophetic words for August. And he was saying, it's time to put your hand to the plow. And I was like, yeah, I would really like to do that. But I I need a word from the Lord on okay, now is the time to do that. And it's seemed like everybody was saying that. But I'm like, listen, man, listen. Now see, here's an issue. I do not live by the words of some other prophetic voice. I know, listen to the prophets and you will prosper. And not only that, but right now, currently, I am being obedient to that word. And I know that I will prosper as a result of that, because that was part of my 8 P's of August, right? The 8 prophetic P's of what's going to be happening in August. And I am going to listen to the prophets and I'm going to prosper, but I have to first hear it from the prophet. You know what I'm saying? I have to hear it from the Lord, or else I'm just going to be, that's just me. I have to do that, and maybe the Lord will change that at some point where I can just start trusting other people, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Because it's you got to hear it from the Lord for yourself. And it's even if it does resonate and you're like, okay, Lord, I really feel like there's a resonance there. I really do need to put my hand to the plow. I really do need to get back to work. I've been wanting to get back to work for a while, but it's I'm not really feeling a release from you. After last night, release. Because I really feel like I needed that. Why? Because my heart was I don't think I could put my hand to the plow with only one hand on the plow and one hand on a sword, and I'm looking around waiting for, you can't really do work like that. You can't be farming the way Nehemiah, who drew all the Israelites to build the wall. They were building with one hand and they had a sword in the other. It's you can't plow like that. You might be able to put together some concrete and some all that stuff. I don't know. But it's for me personally, heart-wise, I couldn't be in a state of warfare. I mean, because warfare, you're just totally, you're reactionary to every little thing that moves, and you might shoot a bird. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just so you're so amped up, and the Lord had to get me not to be amped up. And then he was like, now, Do those words. You hear what the prophets have been saying? It's your turn. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I said, I don't care if I'm Joe Schmo and I'm the last one crossing over the Jordan. You know, as long as I cross over, as long as I'm doing what God wants me to do, as long as I'm about the Father's business, that's all I care about. So I thought those were some pretty significant prophetic connections that were made. Thank you to Lana Vosser. Thank you, LORILEI Cooley. And thank you all to all my subscribers. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you guys for emailing me with encouragements. Thank you guys for putting like really positive comments on there. I've had to delete quite a few really dumb trolly comments, but that's part of it, you know. It's part of being a YouTuber, I guess. And you know, as of this morning, I got to 302 subscribers, man. A week ago, I was only at 245. I mean, God has definitely shown acceleration in this area of my life. So now I'm praying that God will show acceleration in other areas of my life as well. And I will continually be bringing you guys updates and letting you know how things are going and what the Lord's saying and what the Lord's doing, and, you know, how I can encourage you as well. So God's definitely doing a new thing, man. He's doing a new thing. And it's like, it's funny because it's like, oh, well, this is my work. I knew I was going to come back to it at some point. But I have to tell you guys, this is no joke. These things, we don't make these things up. You know, it's like I'm coming at this with a completely brand new point of view. It's like Lana Vosser said several days ago. She said, you're going to come at things with a fantastic new point of view. Sounded like a commercial, right? But it was so true. It's like I have this completely new, refreshed heart in like my author work and my novel writing, and I am so ready to get back to it. And it's like another prophetic word that's just ready, that's just coming to pass. And not only that, but I'm going to leave you with this. In this, you know, as God's doing all these things in my heart, I'm going like, well, but Lord, I don't understand how that all connects, and how are we going to move to Nashville, or we're going to, you know, and sometimes I still doubt if Nashville's the place for me, you know. I really want to go there. I really feel like it is, but you know how it is. Sometimes you still wonder. Sometimes you're still like, Lord, am I doing the right thing? I just think that's natural. I don't think you can avoid that. And that's where God just steps in. He's like, you know what? You don't even have to figure it out. I got you. Hello, you can watch that video too. But I felt like the Lord was like, listen, buddy, you don't have to worry about a thing. You don't have to be afraid of anything. I am going this is what the word says. I mean, if you get anything out of this video, listen to what the Lord said to me this morning. He said, every single word that I have promised you, every single thing that I have prophesied over you, I am getting ready to do that. I am getting ready to do that. He's like, I mean, he was super serious, almost to the point where it's just like, I can't tell you enough. I can't emphasize it enough. Like, you're either going to believe me or not. But guess what? You believing me or not is almost not even going to matter. Because I am going to do it, because I know that there's way more than a mustard seed of faith in there. And you know that that's all I need. So I'm getting ready to do this thing. You heard me? So I'm just like, that's just, I'm trying to express like the intensity with which God was like, hey man, I'm getting ready to do this. Everything I promised you. Why? Because my name is on the line. My name is on the line. And those who trust in me, who wait on me and follow me and listen to me and are yielded to me, they are not ever going to be ashamed or confounded or disappointed. Boom. So that's it for today, guys. So maybe I'll have something for you tonight. Maybe not till tomorrow morning. It depends. You know, my videos take forever to upload. I am sorry, but oh well. So God bless you guys, and I will see you next video. Bye.